Okay students, until now we have discussed about the what is the respiration and what are the steps are involved in the respiration. So we are seeing that in the respiration process we can able to see the 5 steps. What are those 5 steps means you already know that. What are those 5 means breathing, exchange at alveoli level, transported through the blood, exchange at tissue level and cellular respiration. All we have discussed these steps one by one. After that we have discussed about the activities, and what is the activity we have discussed in our previous class means, in our previous class we seen that from the yeast contaminated glucose solution how they are liberating the carbon dioxide and heat. So we have proved that one. So here in the anaerobic respiration, by the help of the yeast, the glucose solution can able to produce the carbon dioxide and heat. So we proved that one. Now we are going to discuss the next concept, and the concept was respiration is like a combustion. So this is the today our concept, and we are going to discuss this one. So here we are saying that respiration is a process just similar to the combustion process. So here if you see means the respiration is where it will be done. Where it will be done means it was done in the living things. For example, if you take the respiration definition means what we are defined that. So we are defined the respiration process means nothing but here energy fuel. Energy fuel means what is the energy fuel? For example, if you take the any living thing means they are doing the lot of work in the daily life. For example, if these living things are want to perform the any activity means they are must and should require the energy for them. And that energy was liberating from glucose solution. They are liberating from the glucose solution. So here glucose solution onwards they are liberating the energy. Okay, we understood that. So when they can able to liberate, this energy means when this glucose will be reacts with the oxygen in the living things, in the living things body means if the glucose reacts with the oxygen means they can able to liberate the energy. So in that process what happens is in that process only they can able to liberate the carbon dioxide, even they can able to liberate the water also. And that process what we are calling is we are calling that process as a respiration. But here we are saying that respiration is like a combustion. Like a combustion means what process is going on in the respiration process, same process was going on in the combustion process also. For example, if you see this combustion word means where you are listening this. Where you are listening this means most probably you are listening this combustion word in the physics. So if you are defined the what is a combustion. So respiration means you know that. Respiration means nothing but if you are taken any energy fuel. Energy fuel means glucose. When this energy fuel was reacts with the oxygen means it can able to liberate the energy, and we are denoted the energy in the form of an ATP. And ATP full form what you know that. Adenosine triphosphate. And if they are in that process only they are liberating CO2 and water. Even little amount of heat also they can able to liberate it. So but here they are saying, if you see that we are saying that respiration process like a combustion. Combustion means what was going on in the respiration process, same process was going on in the combustion process also. So here what is a combustion means? Combustion is nothing but if you take the any substance. If you take the any substance, for here we are defining that. So here combustion process you have to take it any substance means that substance we are reacts. I mean if you are burn means we are giving some burning to that substance. So when you are taking any substance, if you are burned in the presence of oxygen, so if you are taken any particle or any substance, if you are want to burn means what gas we require. For example, if you don't know that anything want to burn means we are must and should require the oxygen. Without oxygen there is any burning will be not burned. So similarly here also when any substance was burned with the help of oxygen means that process we are calling as a combustion process. We are calling as a combustion process. So here if you see the substance we are burned in the presence of. In the presence of means here we are wrote as a reaction only. So here when you are taking any substance, if they are burned in the presence of oxygen means they are liberating the energy in the form of a heat. And in that process only they are liberating the carbon dioxide. At the same time they are liberating the a little amount of water also. So here I wrote the first definition for the respiration. What I wrote means, in the respiration process, any energy fuel, I mean glucose, we have taken that one. So that glucose, when it was reacts with the oxygen, it will be liberate the energy, carbon dioxide or water, and that process what we are calling is, we are calling that one as a respiration. And after that, combustion means any substance we have taken, and that one what we are doing here, little bit minute difference only in between them. Here we are not doing any burning, it is a natural process. Just when you are taking a glucose, it will be, no one will be involved here. It was natural process only, it was going on in their own. So this glucose reacts their own with the oxygen and reacting and giving the ATP. But when you are taking a substance, when it was reacting with the oxygen, means we are providing the some burn for them. So when the substance was burned in the presence of oxygen, means there it was liberating the carbon dioxide and water, and the energy was liberated in the form of a heat. So here if you see these two equations, for example, first equation regarding on the respiration means, second equation was regarding on about the combustion. So here if you take the respiration equation means, here in the place of glucose I wrote as a substance only, but what they are reacting is, they are reacting with the oxygen. So here in the respiration process, what are the product means at the end of the reaction, what are the product we are getting is, here carbon dioxide and water, here also we are getting the CO2 and water, and here in the respiration process energy was liberated in the form of an ATP. Here in the energy will be liberated in the form of an heat. So that's why we are saying that respiration process is like a combustion. Like a combustion means what process is going on in the respiration, same process was held in the combustion process also. So that's why they are saying that respiration process as same as a combustion. So who said these words? Actually now you know that. I am explained for you. What I explained is, respiration is like a combustion. So that's why you know that respiration process what was going on, same process was going on in the combustion process also. But who said these words first? Who said these words first means, there is a one scientist here, the scientist name was Lavoisier. What is the name of him? Lavoisier. And he was very familiar to us, and you already know that. And what he did means, you know that he was given the name for the oxygen. At the same time he did the discovery of oxygen, he was performed the tremendous role in them. So Lavoisier only given a one definition for that. And what definition he was given means, a respiration is like a combustion. Respiration is like a combustion. Why I am saying these many times means, in the examination sometimes they are asking you, what they will be asking is, respiration is like a combustion. Who said these words? And in the blank they are giving you some options sometimes. Sometimes they are asking you, you only write that one. So at that time you have to write down the scientist name as a Lavoisier. I mean maybe it will be comes as an off mark or 1 mark. So basing on that we have one activity also. And that activity will be comes as a 2 marks or 4 marks. That one I will explain to you. So here the respiration process is like a combustion. And who said those words means, the person name was Lavoisier. And here they will be reacting, I mean respiration or combustion both are reacting with the oxygen only. At the end products, most of the end products are same, CO2 and water will be liberating, energy also liberating, but in the respiration process the energy will be having the form of an ATP means, here in the combustion process the energy will be having the form of an heat. So now we have to perform one activity means, we can able to understand very well manner about the respiration, I mean combustion process. Now we are going to discuss that activity. So what is that activity means? Here if you see means, for this activity you want to perform means, any activity you want to perform means, we recommend some apparatus. Apparatus means we recommend some instruments for that. So here what are the instruments I am taking here means, I am taking here one stand. So this one we are calling as a stand. And until now you have not seen that. If you are when you are came to the school means, I will show it to you. So here if you see means, I am taking one stand. In the stand in the middle I am kept the one test tube, and here I am taking one test tube here I wrote that. So test tube taken after, in the mouth for the test tube I am taken as a one cork. Cork means before all I said for you. So here cork means there is a one cap like have. And that cap will be mostly in the laboratories we are using this one as a rubber one. Actually we are using as a rubber one. So here in the middle of this rubber cork we have one pore for them. Pore means they have a small hole for them. through this pore onwards I am taken one L-shaped glass rod, and the glass rod what I did means I kept the some of the glass rod into the inside of the test tube, and remaining another side I am taken into the another test tube, and the another test tube will be contain the some lime water for them. They will be contain the lime water for them. After that what I did means in this test tube I am taken some glucose solution. So here I said for you any substance if you are burned with the oxygen means they are liberating. So that substance I am taken as a glucose only. Why I am taking a glucose means I want to compare them. So whatever the respiration process was going on, that one only going on in the combustion process or not, I want to prove it. So for that the requirement I am taken as a glucose here. So here I am taken a glucose, and after that here I am taken one spirit lamp. Spirit lamp means in when you are taken old days we are taken the lamps for us. Then in that lamps we are using the kerosene. So you know that if they have probably have a spirit lamp means I mean in the place of kerosene we are using as a spirit for the kindling. So in case you know don't want to use all these means simply you have to use the Bunsen burner. Bunsen burner means you know that directly connection with the gas connection, and they will be have a flammable. So that one I am providing here. So here whatever materials I am taken is I am taken the glucose solution, and the glucose I am kept in the inside of the test tube, and in the mouth I am covered with a rubber cord, and that cord will be contain the one glass rod, and that one will be having the L-shaped. One side I am kept into the inside of the test tube, and another side I am kept into the another test tube, and that test tube will be contain the lime water for them. Now what I did means I am kindle the spirit lamp. If you have a spirit Bunsen burner, that one you have to kindle it. Kindle it after what happened means here when the lamp was kindled after, this lamp will be have some heat and burn will be have for them, and that one will be what they will be doing means inside of the test tube whatever the glucose solution you have, and we are making them to burn. So you know that when any substance if we are burn means what happened here we are providing the some heat and temperature by the help of the flame. So when this flame will be giving the burning to the glucose solution means this glucose solution whatever the oxygen will be have inside of the test tube, they will be react. So when this glucose solution will be react with the oxygen means it was liberating the heat, at the same time they are liberating the CO2, even little amount of water also they are liberating, and whatever the water will be liberated it will be very less in quantity, and that's why we cannot able to see them. But when you are taking heat also, when you are taking the test tube, when the whole process complete after if you touch means here we can able to see the test tube will be become very hot in condition. So that one also there is a no accurate, that's why we have to keep it the side heat and water. So here when the glucose solution will be burn it after, it will be liberating carbon dioxide. That carbon dioxide will be having the form of a gaseous state. So complete test tube will be occupied by the CO2. So when the CO2 was occupied after, that CO2 was want to escape into the outside. But here what we did, the mouth of the test tube was covered with a rubber cord. So that's why there is no chance to escape this carbon dioxide into the outside. So that's why what happened is here there is only one passage only. There is only one entry passage only happen. So that's why what happened means whatever the CO2 was released when the glucose was burned it after, that CO2 was through this glass rod onwards it was passing, and it was passing after what happened means through this test tube onwards they will be passed, and it will be entered into the under test tube. So here when the CO2 was entered into the this test tube after, here what they will be contain, they contain the lime water there. So here the lime water was reacts with the carbon dioxide. You absolutely know that what will be happen there. So when the CO2 will be reacts with the lime water means here the lime water will be turns into milky white. It will be turns into milky white. So when the lime water was turned into the milky white means what we understood that. So if we are burn any any substance, here we are burn the glucose solution means here it will be liberating whatever products are released in the respiration process. Same products are released, but here we are checked only that one is carbon dioxide. So by all these experiments we are understood that respiration is a process like a combustion. Respiration process is like a combustion. So this is about the concept today. And what is our concept means? Respiration process is like a combustion. I mean, what was process is going on in the respiration, same process was held in the combustion process also. But here I want to clarify the one thing. I mean, one student is asking me, sir, respiration process, in the respiration process, what was going on? Same process was held in the combustion process also. We understood, sir. But here I want to ask the one doubt, sir. So then we no need any. I mean, they are asking me, sir, is there any difference between respiration and combustion? Asking me is actually respiration process was done in the natural way. Natural way means, for example, if you take the glucose means when you are taking a food after it will be digested themselves only, and here we are not involved in anything. After the glucose formation, after it was reacts with the oxygen, there is no involvement of our will. There is no involvement of our will. So they will be going on in their natural process. So glucose reacts with their own with the oxygen and liberating the ATP. And here I want to the one more thing, combustion process was going on in the artificial manner. Artificial manner means here we giving the temperature a heat as an artificial way. By our will we are providing for them. So here this respiration process was held in the natural way, means the combustion process was done in the artificial manner. This is the first difference between them. And one more thing, in the respiration process, where it will be done means it was done at the cell. For example, you know that cellular respiration. Cellular respiration means what happened? Whole process was going on in the cell. So that's why we are calling this one as a cellular respiration. So respiration process was done in the cell, but combustion process where it will be done means it was done in the outside of the living body. It's an artificial process. That's why we are calling that one as a non-cellular. Non-cellular means without involvement of cell. And there is one more difference here. Here we are providing high temperature, less temperature. There is at the body temperature only respiration process was going on. But when you all want to perform the combustion means we have to give the high temperature for them. So that's what happens if you are same combustion process going on in the inside of the body means what happens? Here also we want to provide the high temperature means our cells will be burned. So that's why here they will be having a less temperature only. Respiration process was going on means that the combustion will be going on in the high temperature. And here if you see the respiration process, energy will be liberating, I mean ATP. But before all I clarified for you, so for your class this one is enough. But if you are going to the higher classes who are taking, who are aspirant for the medical, those members will be know that here glucose onwards directly ATP was not releasing. Here in the middle there is a lot of reactions will be have. Glycolysis, Krebs cycle, electron transport, and we have a phosphorylation. So many reactions and chemical reactions are involved. So there is a no single step. But in the combustion there is a directly will be releasing energy. So here in the respiration process there is a number of steps are involved for the releasing of energy. But combustion there is a only single step, directly they are releasing. In the single process only energy will be liberated. So in the respiration process the energy will be having the form of any ATP, means in the combustion we can able to see the heat in the form of any heat. So today what we are discussing is respiration is like a combustion. So we are comparing them. We are saying that respiration process is like a combustion only. Whatever process is going on in the respiration, same was held in the combustion also. Who said this word? Before all I said, sometimes they ask me, who said this? That person name was in a Lavoisier. And after that if you see the respiration and combustion, how we are performed means we are performed by the one activity. This one is a activity. In examination maybe I have a chance to ask, is or this combustion, out of any these two, anyone in the examination they may be asked. So this is about the respiration and combustion, and what is the difference between them means respiration was done in the living things naturally, but combustion is done in the artificial manner. That is the first difference. So respiration was done at the cell, it is in a non-cellular. And here the energy was having the many steps are involved. Here there is a so many steps. Single step. Here we see the only single step. And here we are required the less temperature, but here we require the high temperature. Here the energy will be having the form of an ATP, means here it will be having the form of an heat. Total how many differences we say? 5. In the examination sometimes they ask you what is the difference between respiration and combustion. So here if you see means we are completed today about the animal respiration. Animal respiration means in the animals how the respiration process was going on means that was totally completed. So here from the beginning onwards we discussed the respiration, Arabic, anaerobic respirations, and what are the steps are involved, cellular, diaphragm, all we discussed that. And after that we discussed that basing on the respiratory organs we are see the four types: pulmonary, lung, with the lungs who are respiring, by the help of the skin, cutaneous, by the help of the gills, bronchial, fishes, by the help of the tracheal respiration, cockroaches or insects. And we discussed all this. And about the amoeba, protozoans, even about them also I said diffusion. So totally animals, in the animals how the respiration process was going on is completed. In the next class we are going to discuss how the respiration process was going on in the plants. Thank you.